Hello again. Today we're going to be looking at Understanding Money, Task 2, Activity 4, which is about pay documentation. So this follows on from our work on the tax bands and then tax codes. This is where you would see those tax codes and the tax being deducted from your earnings. So there's some common documents that you would see. So there's three we're going to look at today. Two of them are much more well known than the others. So the first one is the P45. And the second is the P60. So the P45 is when you receive that from your employer when you leave the job. Sometimes that can be a bit of a joke when you're working, because you kind of get threatened with your P45, or one of your colleagues will tell you get your P45 if you make a mistake about something. What that means is that you would be dismissed. So not that funny a joke. Okay, so let's look at the P60. So if you're working for an employer on the 5th of April, they must give you a P60. You need your P60 to claim back any overpaid tax and to apply for tax credits or as proof of your income when you're applying for a loan or mortgage. When you're applying for a loan or a mortgage, you normally need 3 years worth of evidence of your earnings, and that would be 3 years worth of P60s. And then however many pay slips you've got for the rest of the year that you're currently in. Okay, so your P60 will come from your employer, and they can, if you lose it, you can request a new one through them. Your P45, so as I said earlier, this is when you leave an employer, whether that's your choice or the employer's choice, doesn't matter. Either way, you are entitled to a P45. So that's a legal obligation from your employer or on your employer. They must give you a P45, so you have to ask for one, because it will affect the tax that you then get charged at your next role, because you hand the P45 to your next employer or to the Job Centre Plus if you're not working, and then that will help make sure that your tax is deducted correctly or that you can claim the correct benefits if you're not working. So it's really important that you get that. P11D is slightly different. This is something your employer might give you if you receive benefit in kind rewards. So that's things like company cars or interest-free loans. You won't always get this. It isn't something that your employer has to give you if you receive these rewards. Often you're given an annual summary of the total reward package. So it's usually like a little leaflet, a little booklet that you get from your company explaining that you've been paid this amount, you've received this amount in benefits, and you've received this amount in sort of benefit in kind. Things like a discount card within, say you worked in a supermarket and you were given money off, then that would be a benefit in kind of working in that place, and that's usually put within your reward package. Okay, so today's exercise in your workbook is Task 2, Activity 4, and it's a bit about calculating how much tax you would show on a P60 and a P45. So you'll need to refer back to Activity 1 for a reminder of how to complete the activity, so how to work out the tax that somebody would be due. For the P45 part of it, it's going to be pro rata, so you work out how much tax somebody would earn for a full year, and then work out how many months worth of it they have paid. Okay? And there will be a link to that in your Teams assignment.